Hey guys, this is AI Gaming 1776 and we are playing Ghost Recon Wildlands with a GTX 1070 at 1440p, and if you want to see the rest of the specs that I'm using, they will be in the description of this video. And as a general rule, I do advise you guys to actually read the descriptions for my videos because I usually do have useful information in them. It's not just links to an Amazon affiliate or a Twitter or a Facebook or a Patreon or something like that. It's useful information for you guys. All right, so here's the deal. We're going to go over what is more or less the best settings to play the game at 1440p with a 1070, but we need to manage expectations. First of all, best settings does not mean ultra, and it does not mean maxed. If it meant those things, then those would be the words I'd use. I'm using best settings. And the idea is the settings to make the game look good and play well. Now, I'm going to show you what the game looks like really quickly. Keep in mind, I'm recording with shadow play. That does affect frame rate. All right. So there we go. Actually, it's not too bad right now. Typically with these settings, you're not going to be keeping 60 FPS at all times, as you can see just from looking at this. But hopefully you can also see that this looks really good. I think this looks good enough to sacrifice that so-called perfect 60. And hear me out on this. This game plays well even when you're not at 60 FPS. I would not show you settings that play like crap, all right? Now, some games, if they go below 60, yes, they feel bad, they feel choppy, there's lag or there's stutter or there's whatever word you want to use. But this game plays pretty well. It has to go into the mid 40s before I even notice that the frame rate has gone down, and I'm usually pretty picky about these things, all right? So there's a little taste of what it looks like. I think it's definitely worth it. But if you disagree, if you say no, I absolutely want a rock solid 60 FPS, first of all, I say good luck to you on achieving the goal of never going below 60 FPS with this game. So good luck. And, you can start with these settings and you can turn some things down. I know things like ambient occlusion and anti-aliasing, some of y'all are not going to use them anyway. So, all right, so here we go. We're at 1440p, 100% resolution scaling. We're at full screen. We are using adaptive Vsync right now, but I will turn it off also. Adaptive Vsync and Vsync off are pretty similar in performance. Vsync on, not very good, to be honest with you. I normally defend Vsync. I'm one of the few people. Now, keep in mind, Vsync is in almost every modern game, so somebody has to be using it, right? Now, there's some older games where it's not in the menus, but in most games today, it's there. I usually defend Vsync, normal Vsync, but no, not in this game so much. We'll get into that later. Anyway, refresh rate, 144 hertz, extended field of view. Now, this does affect frame rate, and depending on where you are on the map, it can affect it just a little bit, or I'd say 2 to 5 frames per second is what I've noticed. Now, the game starts you out at 0. All right? Starts you out right there at 0. And I went up to 29% for my purposes, but you're going to want to figure that out for yourself, what's going to work for you. All right, so these other settings here, brightness, contrast, gamma, that's what looks good on my monitor. It looks really good on my monitor, but you're probably using a different monitor, and even if you have the same monitor that I have, it's possible that you're using different settings, different color profiles on your monitor. So that's what looks good for me. You can try it. It may look good for you. It may not. All right, sharpening is at 30%, and that's what the game comes with. That's default. I never changed it. I think it looks good. I didn't bother changing it. All right, graphics. It is a custom graphics setting. I'm using SMAA for the anti-aliasing. The performance is a little bit better with temporal AA or with FXAA, and then obviously you can turn it off. The max anti-alias option is SMAA plus FXAA, but I have SMAA. I like how it looks. Ambient occlusion is SSBC. Now, even when I use a GTX 1080, which has a little more power than this, I still choose SSBC. You can turn it off, SSBC, or HBAO plus would be maxing it, but I've got SSBC. Draw distance very high, that's maxed out. Level of detail is very high. The game looks good at very high. It looks even better at ultra in my opinion. And with the GTX 1080, I can put that at ultra at 1440p and do pretty well. The textures, that's maxed out at ultra, anisotropic filtering, that's maxed out at 16. Shadow quality is at very high. That's not maxed out. You could go up to ultra. Ultra shadows do look good. All right. Now this little picture here makes the ultra shadows look amazing, and then it makes the very high shadows look not so good. I would say in reality, ultra shadows look very good, but they affect the frame rate. Heck, even the very high shadows affect the frame rate. If I go down to high, the game stays in the mid 50s to high 50s to even in the low 60s. But in my opinion, this is one of the games where shadows, they look nice. The higher you put the shadows, the nicer it looks. Now, I don't feel like that in every game. In some games, I use medium shadows even. But in this game, I like it with very high. Again, if you want a higher frame rate, or if on your monitor, now keep in mind, monitors do color how things are going to look when you talk about these aesthetic things. On one monitor, you know, I'm not going to delve too deeply into this. I'm just saying on some monitors, high might look good, right? On yours, it might look good. Maybe you've got a nice IPS or something. But anywho, I'm playing on a lowly TN, right? So I need every little bit of help I can get. Anyway, terrain quality, ultra. Vegetation quality, ultra. Turf effects are off. Motion blur is off. Iron sights depth of field is on. High quality depth of field is on. Bloom is on. God rays are on. You could go to enhanced. Personally, I don't like how it looks. You can try it with enhanced. It has not affected frame rate too much for me when I max out the God rays in this game, but it's a big game and it's got a day and night cycle, and maybe your mileage would vary, but God rays, when I maxed them out, didn't affect the frame rate that much for me. I really didn't even notice a difference. Keep in mind, guys, I don't just run the benchmark utility. Now, this would be a lot simpler if I did these settings and ran the benchmark utility, and then I could say, oh, it's a 2% difference, it's a 15% difference, things like that. The thing is, I do real gameplay testing, which in my opinion is more important. It takes longer. Point being, God rays, max them out if you want to. If you think it's affecting your frame rate, just turn them back down. Subsurface scattering is on. Lens flare is on. Long range shadows are on. You could max them out to ultra, but it's going to affect your performance. So there you go. Those are the settings. Now, back to how the game looks. Keep in mind, again, we are recording with shadow play. Oh, and we're using an i5. Yeah. Now, for what it's worth, I am the i7 defender, okay? All the time, I will tell you guys how much I love i7s. I prefer them for gaming. I think they're worth the extra $100, in my opinion. And I've shown you guys a lot of games where an i7 helps out. Now, in this game, what I've seen so far, and I'm not the highest level in the game. Matter of fact, I'm only at level 4. So I'm sure there's plenty that I haven't seen yet. But what I've seen so far, the i5's doing okay.
I'll try.
So I'm using a 4690K. It's overclocked to 4.2 gigahertz. And as you can see, it's a little bit toasty. Here, I'll make that easier for you to see. I've got the afterburner going in the upper right-hand corner. Look how good that dirt looks. That is nice. Now, normally I would use a camcorder when I show you guys how a game plays, and that way I'm not affecting the frame rate by using shadow play like we're doing right now. But this game looks good enough. I wanted you to be able to see, like, this is good, right? This is a very pretty game. These settings are very nice, very pretty. Anyway, we're gonna, oh, wait a minute. I wanted to try to get to that building over there, so I got to get out of my car, mark it with my binoculars. Right? No. Last time I did this, it gave me a kilometer thing, right? Like it said it's 1.8 kilometers or something. It's not doing it this time. Anyway.
There's an Air Force colonel and a Delta operator sitting next
Oh, there they go with these jokes. Oh, I'm just gonna go.
Where the Delta operator skins
All right,
the Air
let's
Force
roll.
colonel and wears him like a suit.
What? No, different story. Oh, man, I love
All right, there went a little bit of a stutter.
headed back home after a long deployment.
Keep in mind, that's probably shadow play. I've not seen it stuttering.
And he just wants to rack out.
Okay,
But the Air Force
come on.
colonel, he's on like his 8th espresso.
I do wish I could stop these jokes these guys are telling,
Hey, you want to play a game to pass the
because I'm
time?
trying to talk to you
It's a good
guys and
game,
not
you'll love it.
hear the
Here's
jokes.
how it works. I ask you a question. If you can't answer it, you pay me $5. Then you get to ask me a question. If I can't answer it, I pay you $5.
Is there a way to turn that off for real? Squad volume. I guess I can turn them down for now. Yeah, it takes forever to use a controller to turn that down.
The Delta guy sighs and takes
Oh man, that is still really loud. That's funny.
What's the distance between Earth and Neptune?
Alright, we're going to do this real
Delta operator
quick.
thinks a minute. Finally, he frowns and reaches into his pocket and hands over $5. The Air Force guy, he grins.
I'm hoping if I pull the drone out, he's going to stop with his joke.
Your turn. The operator looks him in the eye.
He says, target marked. Keep an eye on your background.
Yeah, there you go. See? We're over here working. Y'all want to be telling jokes. Y'all think it's funny. We're trying to ruin a country over here. A sovereign nation. Alright, there you go.
Marking a tango. He's close to that local.
Alright, there's a civilian. Alright. Oh, the battery's dying out. Let's see if anyone's in here. Probably not. Man, no one even cared that I had the drone either. Alright, I'm not sure what I want to do. Do I want to be sneaky? We'll start out trying to be sneaky. We'll see how that goes. Sometimes I just come in with a truck though. Alright.
I'm moving to position.
So I'm going to have a sniper take him out. Oh, not now. Or am I? Alright.
Got him. He's down.
Alright. Nice little twofer. And again, I know the frame rate is not the highest right now. It's not the most impressive frame rate you've ever seen. I get that. But I'm telling you, this game is beautiful. Look at that detail. Oh, wait a minute, I gotta take this dude out.
Civilians dangerously close. Check your targets before you shoot.
Did I get all these guys yet?
Tango might spot you.
I thought I got them all. Alright, it felt like there was a little bit of a stutter and it went down to 43 frames per second. Again, we are using a Haswell i5. We are recording with shadow play. Typically it will go into the 40s sometimes, but it usually stays in at least the 50s. Alright, interrogate.
You better start talking, asshole.
I got you, vato. Just don't tell nobody where you heard this shit.
Alrighty. And I'm going to take your computer. This hacking's pretty interesting. She just throws that phone out.
An Unidad captain who sends prisoners to Yuri and Polito for interrogations. He's got to know where our lovebirds are, but he's sitting in.
Look at that lighting.
Fire base.
Here, let me make it go like that again, just right. Actually, let me turn the God rays up and see if they will go through the door. Matter of fact, and let's turn off the Vsync. The only reason I had the adaptive Vsync on is some people are not going to want screen tearing. And they're going to want to know how the game performs with Vsync. And this is the thing, guys. I try to show you with Vsync, without Vsync, because some people, they're not going to want screen tearing. And if I have Vsync off and that makes performance look better, because usually Vsync off does perform better in most cases, that's going to be kind of like a sucker punch for the guy when he buys the game and he turns Vsync on and it's like, hey, it's not performing as well as it did in this YouTube video I saw. So I try to show you with it on and off. Now, the adaptive Vsync, again, that works pretty well. The normal Vsync, I am not a fan of in this game. All right, so God rays. Alright, so now we maxed out the God rays. See, I think it makes more of a glow, but not like a good glow, if that makes sense. See, like, that's very blinding. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the aesthetic of these enhanced God rays. That's just my opinion. Y'all are free to use or not use enhanced God rays as you see fit. Personally, though, I'm not a fan. And as you see, the frame rate's not really any worse than it was before, as it goes down to 45. I don't think that's the God rays' fault, though. You didn't do that to me, did you, Mr. God rays? Nah, it's still 48 right here. Although it went down to 45 in that moment. Can I get it back to 45 now?
Hola, ¿cómo va?
Not sure. Like I said, if the God rays seem to be affecting the frame rate for you guys, go ahead, turn them off. Well, the enhanced ones. But I go with them on. See, I think this looks good. This looks nice. Alright, so let's steal this dude's nice truck over here. El Jefe's truck. Come on. Come on, mis amigos. Vámonos. Alright. How do we get here? To the right? Yeah, no, this game is big and it has a day-night cycle. I debated whether... Here's what I thought about doing. It seems like every time I start the game, it starts during the daytime. So I thought about, when I had it at nighttime earlier, showing you guys how it looked at night, quitting the game, and then showing you how it looked at daytime, because the game looks very different at nighttime than it does during the day, as you would expect it to.
Fucking hell.
Alright, so we made it to what I marked with my binoculars, but it didn't mark the thing I wanted it to, so we're going to keep going up here. And then, yeah, I saw the frame rate did go down to 40 a minute ago, but I'm telling you, I barely noticed it. Hey, move it. Move, Chico. Oh, that's the thing I was trying to get to. That building. Alright, then. Oh, shoot. We may not go to that building. We may get into a fight over here. There we go. Alright. So what's up with this outpost? I'm just checking out the detail over here. All the way the dirt's on the bags. I mean, they put some effort into it. You know what I mean? They actually thought this out. Alright, so let's go to up. Because on the controller, you got to press up to get the drone going. Oh, wait a minute. There's the red stuff. It's up here. According to the mini-map. There we go. Now what...
Second target.
The question becomes, what benefit...
Tango number 3. I got another. That's 5.
What benefit is there to take this outpost? That is the question. I'm not sure if I want to take it. Let's check it out on the map. Oh, that's interesting. If I drive through their little outpost, that's actually how I get to the place I'm trying to go. Alright, let's do that. And if things go sideways, if we have to, then we'll fight. But if not, we're just going to drive through. Now, in case you don't know, you can just start driving your car. You don't really have to wait for people to get in it. The game will just magically teleport them.
Hostiles.
We're just going. Alright, come on.
Tenants trying to escape.
Oh, apparently I'm going to fail a little mission. I'm not sure if it's a side mission. I'm not sure how much of this game is procedurally generated, to be honest with you. Alright. Want to look at the view real quick. Check this out. Come on. There we go. Look at that. Look at that draw distance. Look at the detail.
Buenas.
Look at all of this. Look at the texture quality. Now, Vsync is off, so it's not as smooth as it could be. If I move the camera slowly, the screen doesn't tear and it's not jittery. But if I move the screen quickly, it's a little bit jittery. Here, let me turn the adaptive Vsync back on. All right. So look, see how there's the
Stress these people out. Keep the guns down.
this is probably a bad guy. It's almost always a bad guy in a Lamborghini. It's almost always a bad guy. The normal people walking around here don't drive Lamborghinis. All right, so I was trying to look at this rock face. I love the tessellation. I love the detail. I love the shadow. I love the pop, the contrast. I love how that pops against the skybox. We're about to take that Lamborghini. I love the look at these rocks. Look at the dirt and the gravel and the rocks, and it's varied. There's variety to it. It's not 100% cookie cutter. It's not 100% generic. Oh, and then look at the grass, the way it contrasts with it. All right. I do think these settings are worth it. All right. The game, again, you can turn off things if you want to turn them off. You can turn the shadows down. You can turn the extended field of view down. You can turn the anti-aliasing off, the ambient occlusion off. You do what you want. It's PC gaming. You play how you want. But I personally think this is worth it. There is so much pop, so much crispness, so much detail. Even in simple things like the broken window looks pretty good on that vehicle. All of this, we're in this like middle of nowhere, mountainside, rocks, cliff, and so on. And there's so much contrast, so much detail. It looks gritty and yet shiny. Look at that. Look at that detail down there. Oh, it's starting to rain now if y'all want to see the rain graphics. Yeah, no, this is a beautiful, beautiful game. All right. Let's get in the Lamborghini and see what it is that I marked. Now, this is only a two-seater car in real life, and there's 4 of us. But they will magically make whatever needs to happen happen. These guys will just teleport. Though, that was not good. That was not ideal. Although this is pretty. I felt the stutter. It went into the 40s. I saw that. And I felt the stutter. Again, we are using an i5, a Haswell i5. And to be honest with you, this has been my weakest Intel CPU. I have a 6600K overclocked, a 6700K overclocked, a 6700 non-K, a 4790 non-K. These are all systems that I use to test for this channel. And yeah, so it's this, my week.
We're in Pucara.
You know that annoying DJ Perico on Santa Blanca radio? The activity has narrowed the location of his main broadcasting station to Pucara, so Perico himself should be close.
What do we want with him?
We need you to use your unique charm to convince DJ Perico to broadcast a Pacatari speech. It's a move that'll both raise the rebels' profile and make the cartel look bad.
Persuade, change, and influence, huh? No leads on Perico's 20?
We're still looking, but we don't even know what he looks like. Forage for intel. Find him, use him. I'll let you know if we can narrow down the location of the radio station.
Anyway, this is my weakest Intel processor. It is an i5, so it's only got 4 cores, 4 threads. And we're up to 85 degrees on this i5 right now too. So yeah. Oh, this is a mini ITX case. Passive cooling mini ITX case. It's the slim kind, so there's no case fans. It is it a Silverstone? Anywho. Oh, look at that. Look at that detail. All them rocks getting rained on. So we're using my weakest i5. We're using Shadow Play. And yeah, so it stutters every now and then. Normally does not. By the way, I've already tested this with my 4790 non-overclocked i7, and it performs frame rate not so much better, but a little bit better on the low end. So what I mean is not like a much higher frame rate with the 4790. Whoa, get it under control. Look at that look at that slick wet rain. So pretty.
This province is part of the cartel's influence operation.
Anyway, the 4790 i7, it's not that it's a higher frame rate, it's just the lows are a little bit better. Where are we going? That's where we're trying to
He's
go.
also supposed to be the spiritual advisor to El Sueño. Other guy in the mix.
Are we even going to make it to this place? This has been a very long drive. I wonder if I could get to that helicopter. Alright.
This is Ramon Feliz. Used to be a
So we're going to drive across the dam.
inexplicably started blogging for the cartel.
These dudes won't shut up. Ah, come on. I really need to re-up and do a stronger car. Alright, let's see if we can make it to the helicopter. I tried to hit him.
Taking a shot.
Can I make it to that helicopter over there? Everything is bad. Bad choices.
Oh, here we go. They've seen us.
Alright. We're just going to keep it moving. I wanted to stop and get the helicopter is what I wanted. Y'all got... Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, we're going to make it work. We're going to make it work. We're going to make the best of this.
We shut down these cartel antennas and fuck up the comms.
Get up. Get up. Do it. Man, I'm going to buy me a Lamborghini if this is what they can really do.
Cars are engaging. Where the hell did they come from?
Okay, no, all jokes aside, though, all jokes aside, this game has more realistic physics than Far Cry, which, you know, it's not saying much, because Far Cry does have some unrealistic physics. But normally, these stunts that I'm doing in the Lamborghini would not work in this game. I have tried to drive up mountains at the wrong angle before, and it wouldn't do it. So I was actually surprised. No, 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 no. Oh, come on. This is bad. This is really bad. Hey. Did I overshoot it? How do we get up there? Oh, you know what? The building I want to go to again may not be marked. I may have marked the wrong thing with my binoculars, right? Like I thought I was marking the building, but it may have just marked a random spot on the mountain. So I need to get where I can aim at the building. Don't hit the wall. Alright. Look at that. Alright. Are we ever going to make it up there? That is the question. Not sure. Because I'm not sure if I'm ever going to aim at the building I was trying to aim at. Is that it? Where the crane is? Alright, we're going to take a gamble. We're going to take a gamble. We're going to aim at the crane. I think that...
Mausoleums look cute in comparison
Yeah.
to the others.
SB builds them for their pachones. I've got a healthy enough ego to say I want something like this one.
There we go.
What are you, a SEAL? Because I don't know any quiet professionals who'd need something like this.
Alright, let's go. Can I do it? Ooh. Not good. Not good. Nothing is good. Everything is bad. We are forsaken. Alright, let's get it. There we go. Alright, so I started this video at the place where the game started me. At the very beginning of the game. So if you saw this building from the beginning of the game, assuming that everyone starts at the same spot, which maybe they don't. Oh, this is... Everything is bad. Alright, look. Anyway, assuming that we all start at that same spot, if you saw this building, you now see what it would take to get here. That is nice. All right. Ooh, ooh, oh, oh, oh. All right, it didn't hit the Lambo. We're good. All right, wrong button. Here we go. Why do you do this?
Back it up. They're gonna see you. You'll be okay. I'm on my way. We got a couple of narcos over by the checkpoint.
So I was trying to run my my drone. Oh, there we go. I was trying to run my drone,
Moving to position.
and dude started spotting me. Come on. You know what? I'll just do it. All right. That wasn't very stealthy, as you can see. We failed. No, you can't call your
You
friends.
guys know something's up. Ready. Call the shot. Engaging.
All right. Hopefully, they didn't radio their friends. Okay. All right, then. I was going to do the whole thing where I popped the drone out. Oh, are those mortars? All right, well, yeah, those are mortars, and we're not going to be stealthy. And we went, I felt the stutter. It went down to 44 frames per second. I felt it. Urgh. Let's go. Urgh. Oh, this isn't even one of my good GTX 1070s, by the way. I do have better GTX 1070s that overclock better. So, there is a chance the game can perform better for you. If you've got a better CPU and you can overclock your 1070 better than I can overclock mine, then the game could perform a little bit better for you, and you might be able to turn some of the settings up, like maybe the shadows, or maybe just keep them here and actually experience the 60 FPS. Alright, come on. I just wanted to get to the thing that I saw. That's all.
All ass before that thing blows.
Let's go. Get up. Oh, snap. Snap crackle. Alright.
Look at this shit.
I've seen a mausoleum or two in my time. This one could eat those for breakfast and not even notice when it's shit.
Look how nice this
We're
looks.
supposed to think Sueño's a god? He sure as hell does.
Alright, can we go in here? I would assume there's a mission that will let me go to this building, in this building, and at that point I'll be allowed to go in it. Or maybe we can get in it from behind. Let's try that out. Is there... Oh, yes. We will be taking the helicopter. Oh, snap, 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 snap.
We're cool. We're cool.
We're taking the helicopter. Let's go. By the way, I am really bad at flying these things. The GTA 5 helicopter, that's pretty easy to fly, right? You know what? We're just going. See ya.
Engaging.
Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. 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 Alright. Here's my question. Can I still use that gun? There we go. There we go. I marked him. Oh, that's a cool building, man. It meant a lot to me that I could finally come here. I do appreciate that. Oh, that's why they said he was a god. Look at that. So they must... Okay, I have it on normal difficulty, and I can't believe the AI lost me. Like, do they assume that I died in the helicopter crash? I don't think it's that deep. I don't think the game intelligence assumes I died in the helicopter crash, but that's, oh snap, that's pretty funny that they lost me. So I'm going to take advantage of that. What I'm going to do is, once I'm completely not wanted anymore, I'm going back and I'm going to murk them. Or am I? You know what?
Chopper incoming.
For the purposes of this video, you guys would probably be better served if I just go to more sections of the game and show you some more performance. So maybe I'll do that. We've already played around up here. So we're going to go back down. Oh, come on. Okay, they got me. Oh, snap. The question is, can I Far Cry it down this? That is the question. So far, we're giving it the old Skyrim and Far Cry mountain running down treatment. Now, if you try this in Grand Theft Auto 5, you will normally tumble down. Now, there is some thought that goes into this, all right? Like, I am choosing the lanes that I think are less likely to get me killed. I mean, I am putting thought into this. If you just ran straight down... Oh, are you joking?
Down, you're giving yourself away.
Look at that detail on her backpack, on her camelback. Alright, where are they at? We're going to take their car, by the way. These purple dudes, they have the best cars. They have these dune buggies with miniguns on them. There we go. Oh, it's just a dirt bike. And then there's a helicopter overhead. Is that going to see me? No. Look at that detail. Look at that pop. Look at those textures. Man, this game honestly works better than I expected it to. I mean, I'd heard some not so great things. Right here, we're going to use the binoculars. Oops. Oh, shoot. How did I do that? How did I don't even know how I did that. Alright, so the deal with those guys, the purple dudes, the Unidad Patrol, the deal with them is if you kill them without them seeing you,
I've got the bike.
then you won't have more of them come after you. See, like they want me. In the upper right hand corner, there's like a little purple chevron. Alright, I want to take you to a forest. Where's a forest? Not here. Definitely not here. There's a mountain. Oh, we could fast travel. We're going to fast travel here in a minute. Alright. Oh, wait a minute. We can try another helicopter. Oh, wait a minute. We can actually do some work here. Tell me some info, buddy.
Relax, we're still good.
Silencio, marche. You better start talking, asshole.
I got you, vato.
All right, supplies.
Don't tell nobody where you heard this shit.
The rebels could really use the gear in that cartel supply plane. Don't see why we can't make that happen.
All right.
Just gotta steal the plane and get it to a safe airstrip.
Nice reflections right here. At least a nice look. Nice aesthetic. Oh, wait a minute. There was a helicopter. See, I don't get it, man. The GTA 5 helicopter, that is very easy to fly.
Hold up.
How many of them are there?
Getting a position.
Just you, buddy?
Ready to fire.
All right.
No target. Repeat. No target.
Come on, I can see him.
Roger
I'll just take him out.
That was
There's
fucking
a weapons
awesome.
case over here.
All right, what you got?
Awesome.
New
Put this
attachments?
to use.
Yes, sir. New attachments. You tag supplies. Now, I wish there were more supplies laying around to tag, because those do help you, but I don't run into them as often as I would expect to. I'll be going all over the place just trying to find them. I saw that flickering. Alright. Alright, so we're about to jump in the helicopter. I'll probably crash it. If I crash it, then I'll fast travel to where some woods are. Yeah, maybe you guys are really good at flying this helicopter. For me, it depends on the game, right? Like, nope. Like Just Cause 3, that's an easy helicopter to fly. Grand Theft Auto 5, that's an easy helicopter to fly. But this game, I don't know, man. I make mistakes. And I'm not 100% sure how I'm making them. You saw me crash pretty soon after taking off that last time. Look, we're going down again. We're going down again. See, I'm pulling back on the stick and I'm going up, which is fine, but then when I want to go forwards, so I push forwards, I don't seem to go. See what I mean? I have not figured out the art of going forwards. Oh, wait a minute. Now I'm doing both triggers at the same time. Maybe that's the trick. I can't really tell you guys. If you're here for helicopter lessons, I'm not the guy to give you those. Don't worry. I'm going to fast travel to where the woods are so we can see some more of that performance. I know it just stuttered a little bit there. I'm trying to let you see the cars below. Alright. And then I'm going over to this building really quickly, if I can even get the helicopter to do it. Come on. This thing's like Trico. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, hey. I'm trying to focus. I'm trying to focus so you guys don't see me fail. Alright, look at that. Alright, so dude, is this going to be on my map forever, I wonder now? Whoa, go away. Go away. Go away. Interesting. Alright. The question is, can I fast travel in my current status? Oop, that's not where I want to go. Alright, we're in the map. I apologize for any confusion. And then Kotani. That's what we want. Alright, fast travel. I'm using an SSD. Fast travel should not take that long. Although I am using an i5. So we'll see how that balances out. For what it's worth, again, you know, I do defend i7s. Oh, look, you get to see how nighttime looks. I do defend i7s. i7s do tend in some games to have faster load times. I see it because I do back-to-back testing. Even if your i5's overclocked, like the Division is really bad about loading much more slowly on my i5, even with it overclocked, than it does with my i7. Now keep in mind, oh wow, that just blew up. Look,
I haven't seen anything like this since I was in the sandbox.
that just blew up over there. That
Observation
did.
posts. The rebels must be
That.
sending a block of hell. Bet
What
these
is
cartel
happening?
Assholes never thought they'd be spending their time dodging snipers and IEDs.
What is happening?
Farmer sure can be a bitch sometimes.
Alright. See, I keep wanting to send the drone out like in Watch Dogs.
Tango with multiple civilians around.
Oh, wow.
Tango.
Oh, I'm using binoculars walking around and no one sees me. Yeah, I was trying to shoot out the drone, failed, then hit out binoculars, that's not a drone. All right, I could probably take these 3 by myself. Yeah. A little bit sloppy. I could have done better. I admit it. Could have done better. Headshots are pretty satisfying in this game. I mean, they again, we're on normal difficulty. Headshots seem to actually take somebody out. All right, look at that lighting. Now, I feel like there are some missed opportunities for lighting every now and then. Look at that. It reflects off the window there. Look at all the detail that goes into this. I'll get back. Now, let me get the other point out of the way first. I feel like there are some missed opportunities with lighting. Sometimes I'll be playing for minutes at a time without thinking to myself of how good the lighting looks. And considering how good I think the level of detail in this game looks good. That's what keeps impressing me, not the lighting. Now, granted, I don't have ambient occlusion maxed out, but come on, we're still using it. We only have two options, SSBC and HBAO plus. And then we have the SMAA on. We have a lot of things on. Now, I'm trying to think of what would make lighting look even more impressive in this game, other than God rays. I mean, all right, look, sometimes what games do is they bundle settings together, and it takes people a while to figure out what's bundled together. I can't think of any legit reason why God rays would have other lighting bundled in, but I mean, they could. I don't know. See, look, I do like this room though, this simple room. So you got the light over the bed, and it's reflecting off the wall.
Stay down.
Some of this does seem a little bright. Am I imagining it? Are God rays somehow bundled in with that? I'm going to say I'm imagining it. I'm not sure. Anywho, light bouncing off the wall. I like it. Light off the window. I like it. I like looking through the window pane. I like all these details. There's the dude walking around. It's a very good open world in my opinion. Now, a lot of critics bagged on this. Look how good that looks with the shadows and the tile. A lot of critics had so many bad things to say about this as an open world, but I disagree, right? You're playing a game where, all right, hear me out on this. The idea is you're special operatives. You're going around trying to stop drug dealers. You're going to be killing people. You're going to be getting in firefights. You don't necessarily need this to be like a bustling city. You know, you don't need a bunch of civilians around that are just going to get in your way or get themselves killed. That's going to be pretty jarring to the narrative. Hey, buddy. I don't know. I think this game does okay for an open world. All right. As far as like, it's a nice setting. It's very detailed. It's very pretty. If you want to make the argument that it's not realistic enough somehow, or the AI isn't impressing you or whatever, I guess you could, but I like it, you know, and I'm somewhat picky. I mean, I'm going to just take any old slop that's given to me. Hey, give me some info.
You got a tip on the cartel in the area? Gracias.
Thank you. All right. Oh, now we got the sunrise coming too. Very beautiful. Let's... Oh, that's a slow motorcycle. We're literally better off taking the van, probably.
Let's go.
See, this looks really good to me. I know it jittered a little bit as I panned the camera. Where's the wooded area? Wow, there's somebody in the middle of the road. Here, I just want to drive through woods because that does affect frame rate. Frame rate does go down. All the trees, the foliage, the grass. That does affect frame rate. And again, I'm telling you guys, throughout this big long video here, there's only been a handful of times. Oh look, there's some purple dudes over here. There's only been a handful of times that I've been able to even feel the game start playing in a bad manner due to the frame rate. Like, we're at 45 right now, and it's not as good as it could be, but when it was at 48, just a couple seconds before that, it really did not feel that bad. Alright, can I do a drone from in... Oh, no, 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 no. No, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Don't do that. See, I was trying to do the drone from within the car. Alright.
Tango marked. He's a little close to civilians. Marking a cap.
Oh, are they going to fight with each other?
Hostile. He's close to some locals.
I felt it stutter right there. If you guys noticed that, I did feel it. Again, we're recording with Shadowplay. Did I mention we're recording at almost the highest quality, and I have it set for 1440p. No, I have it set for 4K, but I think it's only going to do 1440p. Come on, move it. Alright, so I only wanted to kill the purple dudes over here to get their car, but I don't see their car. If they don't have a car, I don't have a reason to kill them.
Bad guys in here.
Alright, where they at? Where are they? Here. We're going to pop the drone out. I keep going into binoculars. I don't know why, but pushing up to get the drone just doesn't feel
Submachine guns. I got eyes on a captain.
proper. Alright, so I'm going to have him take out the heavy guy.
I'm moving to position.
No, I said the heavy guy.
Good to go.
See, sometimes this thing where...
I'm getting a position.
There we go. Sometimes it's just easier to kill the guys yourself.
Ready to fire.
Now, if there's a sniper, if you're dealing with a sniper, it is very helpful to have your team kill a sniper for you. Look at that sunlight coming in through the clouds. Look how that... There we go. Look how that affects things. That is nice. Oh, thunderstorms at nighttime look really good. See, I could just do this myself. Ta-da!
Clear on my side.
Alright, so I do need to see if I can find an even more wooded area to show you guys. So I thought there were some woods outside of this town. I've been to this town, and maybe if I would have gone that way, that would have taken me to the woods I was looking for. But that's still not a very large wooded area. So where is a large wooded area that I can fast travel to? Alright. Alright, we're going to do a blind teleport over there. We're going to fast travel. We're going to see if that's a good wooded area or not. I'm not really good at figuring out this map. Oh yeah, this is good. This is good. It's not super wooded, but this is a pretty area. I've been here before. Alright, again, nice contrast with the rocks. If you look at this image right here, you have my character, which is only okay. The light's not hitting her right. The light's not hitting anything right, to be honest with you. I've seen much better lighting in this exact section before. But that blue truck to the left, that pops against the mountainside. The greenery pops against everything. And then this building right here, just everything pops. Like they did a good job. That's one of the things that I really care about when it comes to how a game looks. I want to see level of detail. I want to see crispness. I want to see it pop. sometimes games, like, things just blend in together and it's not visually interesting to me. It's just a big mess. But nah, man, I'm impressed with this. I like this. That's why I took the effort to make this video. To sit here and chat with you guys. All right, what's down there? All right. There's probably something there, right? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, stop that. I thought I already had the binoculars out, and I start shooting. Look at that lighting. Now remember how bright the game was at the start of the video, and then look how it looks now. I mean, the lighting, the sky lighting is good, right? Like the lighting of the sky. That's good. But earlier when I said that I'm not often impressed with the lighting, I meant like the little tricks when the lights were bouncing off the wall earlier. Like, that's kind of nice how the light is shining on that vehicle, but there's not a lot of those kinds of moments. No, the lighting during the day where it's bright outside, like the way the sky looks, that's pretty. Alright, so let's roll over here. We're going to go over. We're going to drive through these trees and then end up at that barn, hopefully. And then we'll end the video. Now, again, I can't show you guys in one sit down how the entire game plays, how the whole thing performs. But I have shown you some diversity, right? Like, I have tried to show you some different moments, some different sections of the map. We flew some helicopters very briefly. We went up to that mausoleum. We went up that mountain. We drove a Lamborghini. Now we're driving through grass and woods. And yes, the frame rate's in the 40s. If I was not recording with Shadow Play, it could still be in the 40s. I told you before, with these settings, it does go into the 40s. But I'm telling you, if I was not looking at the frame rate counter right now, I wouldn't feel it. And every game is different. Some games, if the frame rate's in the 40s, the game is not going to feel good whatsoever. It's going to feel very bad, but this is okay. Alright. Let's see if we can get here now in a timely manner. Get out of the way. If those were bad guys, those probably were bad guys and I probably could have hit them, but I wasn't sure if it was civilians. Oops. There we go. Alright. So what's up? What is the question mark? Okay, looks like there's a helicopter over here. I see it on the mini-map. There it is. There's the...
I think our guns are spoken.
Up. There we go. Up. Okay. Oh, those are my people. These are my people, bro. So there should be no enemies over here. Right? Or are these enemies? See, what are the enemies doing this close to my people?
I got a third. Marking a captain.
Huh. Is that it? Alright, so my people are over here. Well, over there with the helicopter. And these dudes are over here. So what we're going to do is I think we're going to go in guns blazing. And see how that goes.
Shooting these fuckers.
Yeah, see, normally my guys hanging out of a vehicle, if there's just like 4 or 5 dudes, my guys will just shoot them. Come on. Get him. Okay, he's got. They got him. Okay, I felt the camera get a little janky there. Oh, man, they're going to radio for help. I didn't think about that.
Oh shit, here they come.
We're about to jump out. Yeah, we're jumping out. Look at that. Alright. We're just going to go ham. Go all Rambo on him.
Fucking hell.
Okay, that was a little sloppy. I know. Could have done better. Alright, so what's the point? She said there was a captain. Right, and they're saying there's some intel. And there was a question mark over this thing. So what's up? Alright, so there you go. 1440p can look very good. It can play very well. No, it's not going to be a locked 60 FPS. Just for sake of argument, we're at 49 FPS right now. Even if we turn AA off, ambient occlusion off, level of detail down to high, shadow quality down to high, subsurface scattering off, long range shadows off. Let's see what that does. Look, 50, 60, 57, 60. Granted, adaptive Vsync is on. That could be at play. So let's turn that off. 61. So we just turned a bunch of settings down just now. And we're still only at 60 frames per second. 59, 60. Now, why is it 60 though? That seems suspicious that it's stopping at 60. We're at 144 hertz. There's no frame rate limit. $61. All right. A little less suspicious. 63. Okay. Okay. See, for a minute, I was actually wondering if it was limiting the frame rate. Now, when there's a frame rate limiter in place at 60, a game can still hit 61, 62 sometimes. Look at how pretty that is. But here, let's just turn a bunch of stuff down and see if we can get it to go above 60. Just turn things to low. I'm not going to change the textures because that requires restarting the game. Man, now we're just effing it up. This is bad. Oh, okay, so it's applying the new vegetation quality settings. We're going to see if we can get this sucker above 60. Okay, 80 frames per second. There you go. So there's no frame rate limit. In case you guys thought that 60 was suspicious, because I thought it was suspicious too. In case y'all thought that I'm over here recording a video with a frame rate limit in place, I am not. There we go, 86. You know what? I gotta admit, even with everything turned down at 86 frames per second, this kind of looks good. Now we're at ultra textures, but this kind of looks good. A little bit. That's very interesting. So it looks like a lot of her level of detail is tied into the textures. I thought changing level of detail down to low would affect her more. Maybe it affected the rifle a little bit. I don't think the character model looks that bad. Again, ultra textures are still in effect, but I expected the character model to look worse, I'll tell you that. Alright, so let's go back to the settings I had. Like I said, guys, you change what you gotta change, man. If you want a higher frame rate, clearly you can get it. But remember, I turned anti-aliasing off. And I turned ambient occlusion off. And it was still barely at 60 FPS. Matter of fact, we were just in the 80s. Look, we went into the 70s. So I just turned... So the ambient occlusion and the anti-aliasing aren't really affecting it that much. This looks strangely good. That's funny. A little bit of AA, a little bit of ambient occlusion, some ultra textures, turn everything else down to low. And it doesn't look bad. Oh yeah, there's the helicopter. That really does not look bad, dude. I mean, this could look so much worse. Considering that we turned all that stuff down. There's that mausoleum we went to earlier. This does not look that bad. Alright. Let's go back into the options. Back to how I had it. Let's see how draw distance affects it. We were at like 76. So draw distance, it's still 74, 75. So I think it's going to depend on where you turn the camera. I don't think this looks bad, which is hilarious. I turned the shadow quality to off. Like I legit, its shadows aren't even on low, they're on off. Alright, level of detail back to very high. Anisotropic, I never turned that down. Shadow quality back to very high. Was it? Yeah, it was very high. Terrain was ultra, vegetation was ultra, turf effects were off, motion blur was off, that was on, right? I think this is what it was at the start of the video. I think. Again, guys, change the settings to what you need them to be. If you want... Whoa, where'd you come from? If you want a higher frame rate, you can definitely get it by turning stuff down. I don't know how I feel. There is a part of me that was okay with how the game looked with all those settings turned down. Oh yeah, they told me to look for intel. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to take a quick spin in the helicopter, and then I got to remember to come back here for intel.
I got it. I'll fly.
Let's see how long it takes. Oh, there they go. They just warped in.
Let's go.
Just go for a quick little spin in the helicopter, then we'll end the video. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. Whoa, there we go with the bad things. I do test a lot of different hardware, i5s, i7s. I've got an AMD processor. People kept telling me I was trying to make the AMD processor look bad, so I quit making videos for it. I wasn't trying to make it look bad. It's just the thing performed like a dog for me. And I had people swearing, I mean swearing, that they were getting 20, 30 frames per second better in games. And I never saw it. But I stopped making videos because I didn't want to sow seeds of distrust in the PC gaming community, I guess. Whoa. Anyway. So yeah, i7s, i5s. I do mainly AAA games. I've got one 1080, four 1070s, one 1080 Ti, one 980 Ti. I used to have two, but now one 980 Ti, one 970. I've got two 960s, the 4 gig and the 2 gig. I've got two 480s on the AMD side for graphics card. Two 480s, R9 380, R9 390, and R9 390X. I've been putting this collection together over the past few years so I can test games and hardware out for you guys. And hopefully you enjoy the job I'm doing. If you do enjoy that job, please like the video. Please tell your friends that you like the video. Tell them about the good work I'm doing. That helps me out. And it does help motivate me, not gonna lie. I like to see the love. I put a lot of work into this, I can tell you that. A lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of resources have gone into the testing I do for this channel. Alright, we're about to land this helicopter. And then we're going to peace out. Hey, you know what we're going to do? I'm thinking about maybe parachuting out of this. I got to buy the parachute. I can't buy the parachute. I don't have enough points, right? So to buy the things that you want in this game, you've got to have resources. I don't have enough. You have to have skill points plus resources. I don't have the resources, unfortunately. But look at all this level of detail in this little area here. We're gonna look at that. Look how gritty that is. How beautiful it is. I think it's gonna fall backwards when I get out. No? It clipped into the pavement. I mean, it's forgivable. Look how pretty that is. Look at the level of detail. And look, now the weather and the sunlight is basically what it was at the start of the video. We've done a little more than 24 hours in game time so far. A little more than 24 hours. Because I think we started around 8 or 9 a.m. And it's now 11 a.m. Yeah, this is nice. This is nice. I like it. I like how that looks. Again, this is on my monitor. Shoot. See, I don't know why when the bad guys go by and I shoot them, I don't know why they don't come after
Found a
me.
rebel radio transmitter that's been cold for too long.
But they
Let's
never
see.
do.
You know, there's a reason why the rebels don't keep these things running. Like all the bullets the cartel throws at them. Guess we'll have to throw some back.
Yeah, that looks good. That looks really good. I am impressed. Alright guys, I know it's been a long video. But hopefully it has been worth it. Hopefully you have enjoyed seeing the beautiful sights and hearing the beautiful sounds and taking in the richness of this game world. Hopefully it's been an enjoyable experience for you guys. Again, please like, subscribe, comment, and all that jazz. Oh, there's my helicopter. That's what made the smoke over here. It's the helicopter. And it did fall back, just like I said it would. Oh, snap, dude. Hey, ma'am. You should probably go. Alright. I'm just saying, ma'am. I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life, but you might want to get out of there. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Peace out. AI Gaming 1776. Have a good one.